everybody. Welcome to the Equal Opportunity Commission,
Okay.
January 2026. Upasana, can you call roll, please?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'll start with the roll call. Commissioner Conley,
Here.
Commissioner Dr. Hall,
Here.
Commissioner Lewis,
Present.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman, Commissioner Siegel,
Here.
Commissioner Ms. Barnett,
Present.
Commissioner Williams,
Here.
Commissioner Balthrop, Commissioner Usero, Commissioner Porter, Commissioner Gibbs.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Chair Conley, can we get an ask for public comment, please? No. Let's approve the minutes first. I'm sorry. Can we get an approval of the minutes?
Yes. Can we get,
Commissioner Hall, make a motion to approve the minutes.
okay. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor indicate by raising your hand or saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to open it up for public comment. Is there any public comment? Okay, there doesn't seem to be any. Chuck, do you want to go on to the first plan?
Yes, the first plan is the Shinley Park Tennis Courts. The prime and the sub should be on the call. It's 100%. The prime on here is WBE.
Yep. Velocity Landscape and Construction. That would be us, correct?
Upasa, you have number 3 up there, not 1.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that. There you go.
There you go. Okay, there you go, Commission Chair.
It's 100%, so I don't know how much discussion needs to be had, but if any of the commissioners have any questions or comments for the prime or the subs, take this opportunity. Okay, I don't hear any. Can I get a motion?
I move to pass, to approve.
Can I get a second?
Commissioner McCants Lewis, second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Oh,
Oh, no,
yeah.
pause. I want to do roll call.
Okay. Commissioner Conley,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Lewis,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman, Commissioner Siegel,
Aye.
Commissioner Ms. Barnett,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Balthrop, Commissioner Usero, Commissioner Porter, Commissioner Gibbs.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. The plan passes as presented. We'll move on to number 2. Thank you very much. The number 2 project
Thank you.
on here. Thank you very much, guys. The number 2 project on here is the Lewis Parklet wall repairs. I've been working with these guys for the last maybe 2 weeks. They went from 0 to 10%. This is split money between city money and CDGB money. So the 10% is really, really good, guys. I'll turn it over to Commissioner Chair.
If you guys let me say something about this contract, I would like to add that this contract is mostly for masonry repairs. So the contractor will handle most of the work themselves. It is not really the type of project where we will need multiple subs. Plus, we are also a little tight on timeline because this is CDBG funds that will expire in June. The community has been waiting for a park improvement, but we need to repair the wall first. After the walls are done, DPW will move forward with a bigger renovation, and we will make sure to hit or even exceed the MWTBE goals for this work.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Thanks for the clarification. We appreciate that. Commissioners, do you have any questions or comments?
Yes, Commissioner McCants Lewis, with regard to the other work that will be done with regard to the.
We can't hear you,
We
Tracy.
can't hear you. Can you speak up, please?
Yeah.
No, it's not much better. Something's going on with your mic. Okay. Anybody else? Tracy, if you want to put that in the comments maybe, or if it's important. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, can I get a motion?
Commissioner Hall, make a motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
A second.
Great. Posna?
Commissioner Conley,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Lewis. Is Commissioner Lewis online? She's,
She indicated aye.
He is definitely
Commissioner-
indicating aye.
okay, Commissioner, thank you. Commissioner Siegel,
Aye.
Commissioner Miss Barnett,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Gibbs.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Plan passes as presented. Thank you, guys. And now we're on to number 3. This is a little different, guys. This is a contract, and we have both the prime and the project manager on the call. This is for the group violence intervention. It's a professional service contract. The amount is $3 million. This contract is going to be broken up into going out to 6 police zones. We have the prime and Charles on the line, and Oposna will show you the breakdowns of the zones as we talk about it. Commissioner Chair Conley.
Okay, so Chuck and I always have a call prior to this meeting. As he stated, this is a little bit different. It's professional services. I'm gonna let the people speak on it to give a better explanation of why the percentage is difficult to reach. Whoever's on here, can you give an explanation, please?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us. I'm Charles Showers, Manager of Personnel and Finance for the Department of Public Safety. I am joined by Reverend Glenn Grayson, who is the CEO of the Center That Cares. I don't see them in the list. We do have another subject matter expert, Solomon Armstead, who should be joining us, but I don't see him in the list. I'm not sure if he was able to. I think he might be having
I'm
some
here,
technical
Charles. I'm under
difficulties.
you.
Oh, so there you are. Okay, great. All right. Well, then let me introduce Solomon Armstead, Community Outreach Supervisor, and Reverend Glenn Grayson is on the call from Center That Cares. Yeah, this, Reverend, do you have anybody else on your end that you want to introduce?
Shanora Johnson's also here.
Thank you. Yeah, this is, as mentioned, primarily professional services. It's mostly, so this is going to be mostly salaries and benefits for the staff. We are not, it's not really work that they intend to subcontract. They intend to hire most of the staff themselves. So there's not a lot of opportunities for subcontracting involved in this. I'll defer to the rest of the group here if they want to add anything.
I concur. This is Reverend Grayson. There are no subcontractors for this project, mostly internal professional hired staff over like in this new contract like the past years.
And the reason that this had to come before us and couldn't be granted a waiver is because of the amount of it. You know, that it's $3 million, but it's broken down into all the zones, correct? Am I speaking correctly about it?
That is correct. It's spread out among the 6 zones in the city.
Okay. Professional services is always a little bit of a challenge for us to get, for anybody to get participation, just because it's mostly self-performed. So, but like I said, Chuck had to bring it in front of us because of the value of it. So, commissioners, I'm going to open this up. If you guys have questions, this would be the time to ask them while we have these guys on the call.
Yeah, this is Commissioner Hall. How you doing, Reverend Grayson?
Great.
Good. So question I ask is, so these are all salaries that the money's going towards and not actual work? I mean, I guess your staff will be doing the work, but that's what the monies are all going towards?
So the total budget is not salaries, a large portion of salaries. It also includes other areas in terms of training, in terms of outreach to the community, in terms of services to the community. So it's a full circle, but the bulk of it is salary. And again, it's spread upon the 6 zones in the city.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. It says, you said services and, is there, I mean, what's the performance? I mean, I know what the objective is. When you see violence, we have it all over the place, but how will we see, or how can you tell that this 3 million has been effective?
Well, we have a good track record in terms of overall the violence is down totally around in the city, 35% in terms of homicides. When we receive a case from public safety, we immediately it's going to my program manager, who then disperses the case, whether fatal or non-fatal, to a supervisor, outreach worker, and then we follow up. A lot of it is we can't potentially stop a shooting, but in terms of the in-depth work we do through relationships in terms of retaliation, we think we've made a major impact. We also avail ourselves to we call ourselves hotspots. So after school, around schools, in the evening, we are contracted to do 4th of July and Light Up Night and other events where as designated. So we are always kind of front and center. This contract calls for 365, 24 hours a day services if need be. And so we immediately, once we receive a case, disperse and try to provide services. We input the information through the new era 412, and we have a phenomenal relationship with public safety, police department, and we work in tandem to try to do all we can. We play a vital role in schools when there's a need with girls programs, the supportive programs, and again, just avail ourselves around services and funerals and just hands-on trying to get kids sometime out of the city if the case of emergency. And so those some of the portion of the services we render. All of our staff is really vested in the different communities, have strong relationships with ties in the various communities, and we're able to immediately through relationships and trust cut through a lot of red tape and jump on a situation and hopefully reduce violence throughout the city. Our target population is indeed 16 through 32. We also service any issue, not any person younger or older.
Okay, and you have partnerships, you said, with communities, I mean, other organizations, such as, I know Father Abernathy does this traumatic services for pre and post.
Yes, so sometimes we do overlap in services. There is a team that meets here every Monday, also trying to how we connect all those, everyone in the ecosystem to best serve the community.
Great, thank you.
Tracy has a question.
Thank you for acknowledging me. Reverend Grayson, with regard to downtown, what does your footprint look like down there? I'm asking specifically around the reopening of Market Square. What will your team do there? And are you currently working there right now? Has the contract ended, or what are you doing right now?
Good question. We started last year, but there was a need from the mayor's office to increase presence downtown. We have a team that has a split shift. Initially, every day they work from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., encouraging young people to kind of get to school, to get out of the stores and make sure they don't create issues in the morning. And then we come back from 2 to 6 p.m. and kind of do the same things, get back, get on the buses, get home if there's some needs down there. So that team worked Monday through Friday. We also have a Saturday team who goes down every Saturday evening for 4 hours, if not 6 hours, and continue the relationship. So we have a relationship with the vendors downtown. And so we kind of position ourselves there in uniform and ID tags and have built a rapport with the students as well as the property owners and business owners downtown. And that's every day, Monday through Friday, and another squad on Saturday evening.
One quick follow-up question. Are you also working in conjunction with Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership? Or are you separate from them?
We connect with them. There are other programs, I believe, also downtown like AIM, but Reach is definitely that is our schedule, a team of 6 who are downtown every day.
I have a question. Is your organization not designated as an MBE?
No, we're just a nonprofit. So, yeah.
Okay. So that's really why this looks like zero participation, right?
Yeah, I think
because there's not a designation of a certification of them being an MBE because they're a nonprofit, correct?
Correct.
my understanding, yes.
Okay.
If
Go ahead,
I
Charles.
may just jump in real quick, I probably should have opened with this, and I apologize for not doing so. But if you're familiar with the REACH team, they've done violence prevention work across the city for several years. Our contract with them expired at the end of 2025. We RFP'd for a new contract, and Center That Cares / REACH was the winner. We selected them to continue to provide that service. So that's why we're here to request authorization for this new contract.
Okay.
Thank you, Charles. That's very helpful.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have opened with it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Angela?
So, Charles, that is a good introduction that I missed. Does that mean that that Center for Cares will be replacing REACH in essence and doing the work that REACH was doing?
Well, it's the same. It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same group. REACH is part of Center That Cares.
Thank you. You're renewing the contract. And see, we didn't see any of these financials, at least I didn't. So let me have a very clear understanding with the final question about the funds. This is $3 million over 3 years, correct?
Actually, I think there may have been some changes to since this was submitted, or maybe there may have been a different, in a little bit of renegotiation and so on. Right now, the plan is to do $3 million per year for 2 years, so 2026 and 2027, for a total of $6 million.
So it's $6 million now, not the 3 as the cost is listed on our synopsis?
Correct.
Okay. I'm sorry, can we put the financials back up on screen, please?
Yeah, I think this is actually a slightly outdated financial as well. It's very similar in structure, but with the 6 zones broken out, an interrupter section, there's outreach supervisors and workers, and with benefits, there's a portion in the original RFP that we did not have funding for going forward. So, but the rest of this should be pretty close to what we expected.
I'm sorry to be monopolizing, but Charles, I have one more question. So with regard to this contract for the Center That Cares to do the REACH work, are they the only organization that will be doing the REACH work? And the reason I ask this, I know that there was a lot of contention and discussion in City Council with regard to our violence prevention funding for the city of Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
And so without this being approved, that means that it would not happen and there would be no violence prevention work happening in the city of Pittsburgh?
We would probably need to go back to the drawing board to revision, re-RFP the program. Right now, we do not have an active contract with a group like Center That Cares. I mean, other violence prevention angles could still move on, but this is one of the primary drivers of that. And so, yeah, we would have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. And I do apologize I don't mean to put the commission in kind of a awkward spot if
that's okay.
Yeah, we're okay.
Right, we're fine. And Center That Cares via REACH has been doing this work, and statistics have shown that numbers of violence, the real statistics, the numbers have shown that there's been a decrease. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I'll defer to Solomon. He's our subject matter expert on this, but but yes, my understanding is that yes, we have seen some decreases. To point to your earlier point about about different groups, part of our RFP this time was to reach out to see if we did want to, or if there were any groups that wanted to take on portions of the work. However, Center That Cares put in citywide, and they were the one that we decided to go with that we believe could do the work adequately across any of the police zones, let alone all of them.
Because they've already done the work, so they're a proven track record. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Is that what we're kind of basically looking at right now?
Well, I mean, that's sort of how it worked out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Does anybody else have any questions or comments for these guys? Commissioners? Oh. Can I get a motion? Can I get a motion?
I have one final question.
Okay, go ahead, Angela. Sorry.
I tried to raise my hand in time, but I couldn't. And so then I just scratched my head. I want to understand. So I want to support this, obviously, but I want to make sure there's no reason not to, right? How is the program going to be implemented throughout all 6 zones? If the subject expert could speak to that, that might be very helpful.
Sure. Reach contract through all 6 zones. One of the ways that this has been happening is that Reverend Grayson outlined it, but I can go into some more on a more granular level. I think one of the things that is the way that we look at our outcomes. One of the things that Reach does is when we talk about the safety, when we hear that there's something happening. For example, there was a 50-person fight after one of the games. And so what we've done is we have a collaboration with PPS. And when we hear that there are other things that are going to be happening at the Alder Days game, we requested that that game be moved up to the daytime, not an evening game, but at 3 o'clock. And so then the Reach team is there. And then the kids who were involved, we found out who those individuals were. We worked with Jason Rivers, and then we had mediations with those youth. And so those mediations, we have over 300 mediations a month with the Reach team, being able to talk to all of these students. There are a lot of moving parts. And so part of what they do, their strength is de-escalation and mediation. So some of the things that you don't see happening is because the Reach team got in front of it before it ever became newsworthy. And so part of that is we take the most high-risk individuals and we reach out to them. We don't wait for them to do something. We find them first. People who are struggling, people who are, when the school tells us, hey, listen, we have this brewing, we have another entity in the schools called Safe Passages who alert us of things that may be happening. When they were down at Light Up Night, we already heard that there was going to be a planned fight. And so we got ahead of it because we knew it was a planned fight. We knew that folks were coming downtown to specifically fight. And so these are just many, many ways that services in each zone is uniquely different based on the individuals who are in that zone. And so some, we know that, when you're talking about being able to deal with the highest levels of violence, if we can predict it, we can prevent it. When we knew that in Northview Heights they were going to do a barbecue, but there were some people who were beefing with one another, we knew that we needed a focused deterrent. So we had police presence, and so nothing happened. Not one shot fired, not one fight, not one argument. People had their barbecue, and all went well. And so that's due to the fact that the folks who are the boots on the ground have relationships, as Reverend Grayson mentioned, with these folks who are in these communities. These are folks who have lived experience. It's not anecdotal. They really do know their work. And so they were the best selection for this because they're the most experienced. And so if you take another person who says they work in violence prevention space and we don't know them, it's because they're not in this space.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, would you say that you have a certain number of outreach workers in every zone, connected to every zone, which is why that this money is citywide? I want some assurance is what I'm looking for.
Yes.
That there's a designated number about the city. That's all.
Yes, so the supervisors in each zone have folks who are the boots on the ground in each zone. And so they're fully staffed to be able to duplicate this work in each zone. And so, and even when we get, for example, in zone 5, when there's an uptick in violence, we make the adjustment and say, okay, who are these individuals? Because sometimes it's just a few bad apples who are creating this chaos and this narrative that it's everybody in zone 5, but it's not. There's a few bad apples. And so we particularly aim at those folks. And so whether it's them or whether it's in zone 1, but in each zone, there is a supervisor, there's a team, and that team is strong.
Is everybody satisfied? All right. Can I get a motion?
Commissioner McCants Lewis, I make a motion to approve this plan.
Can I get a second?
Peter Boynett, a second.
All right, Apasna?
Commissioner Conley,
Aye.
Commissioner Dr. Hall,
Dane,
Commissioner Lewis,
Aye.
Commissioner Siegel,
aye.
Commissioner Miss Barnett,
Aye.
Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Commissioner Gibbs.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Plan passes as presented. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, commissioners. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. We would like to ask only the commissioners stay on the call right now.
Okay.
And we appreciate you joining the meeting.
Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining the meeting.
Okay. The only commissioners up there? Yes. Oh,
No, there's one other person still on, isn't there?
okay.
Charles Showers.
Charles, can you jump off, please? Oh, there he is. He's off? Yeah. Okay. Is that all? Is it just commissioners up there? I'm not seeing the screen.
Who's Vito?
Who's that at the bottom?
There's Vito.
Vito, can you please jump off the meeting, please? And that's another thing we need to learn how to do.
Yeah.
To take them off of this.
Yeah, can you take them off?
I can't, but yeah, like,
Maybe, yeah, I maybe if Heather's there, Heather, can you?
Probably on a call or something.
Yeah.
Well, whoever's the host can remove them from the meeting.
Yeah, so it's
it's gonna have to be the IP people.
Yeah.
I can't remove them from here.
Yeah, we can't do it from here.
Daniel, you may be able to. No. If you click on the photo.
Just message Heather.
Even know who that is.
Heather, are you there to take them off? She left.
There's Tony, who's the co-host.
Okay, pause. Let's go with the ITQ.
Yeah, it's just holding up the meeting. Let's
Okay,
just move.
Let's go with the ITQ, please.
Okay, so commissioners, just one ITQ. This is from DOMI. It's pavement marking base mapping. The prime here is Michael Baker, and this is for pavement markings. The project cost is $28,149.12. That's it. So just that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to, are there any commissioners' comments? Because I have a few. So let's go to the commissioners' comments first.
I have a question about that last proposal. It was a very interesting conversation about the merits of the program. ultimately our role is to, approve based on their MWBE, WBE levels, right? Which we don't have because they're a nonprofit. So I don't, if there are ones like this in the future, is there a way that we can,
Yes.
is there something we can do? Because if there's more big contracts with nonprofits, like how can we make it so that it's more objective like the others are?
That is a great question. The amount of this contract was the trigger.
Right, I hear.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not what we mean though.
I know what you mean. I'm getting to there. Most of these contracts were $50,000. This was the biggest one you've ever seen because it's the biggest one I've ever seen. Normally, this contract would be broken into 6 primes. This is the biggest one, professional services, that I've ever seen. We could have gave it a waiver. It's a nonprofit. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be responsible for that type of money without you guys reviewing it. And especially it went through city council. And city council had some, put it this way, they didn't all vote. It wasn't a unanimous vote for it. We'll just say that. So I wanted to make sure I was watching my back with the dollar amount. So when it comes up to city council, it did go through the EORC.
Well, I guess I would just suggest, maybe we can talk about things like, numbers of women and minority board members or staff or something. Like I didn't see anything like that, which is essentially what we're evaluating when we look at businesses, right?
Right.
I didn't realize that nonprofits aren't eligible for certification. And I mean, I've been on this since 2012. I didn't even realize.
Yep, nonprofits are not eligible for certification because of the nonprofit status.
Wow. It's unfortunate for them.
It is. It is. And you guys can always ask questions on who they're hiring.
Yeah.
Who have they already hired? Right? You guys can ask those questions.
In essence, Chuck, we did. We asked what partners, they were working with. And I specifically was trying to get to them to say, we're going to be all over the city.
Right.
But I do want to, I have an issue with
different organizations such as like PACE. And one of the things they ask is the composition of the board, ethnicities and races and gender to see, how diverse, if I could use that word, the board is itself.
Right.
So there's a lot of, nonprofits out there that whether we're not talking about minorities or how many they hire or whatever, I think at least a look at their board composition would be helpful.
Right. I agree.
For our role.
But the question I was hoping you guys would ask that I couldn't ask was, who were the organizations that bid on the projects? Right? That would have gave you, he said there was 5 or 6 organizations that bid on the project, right? I can't answer that question. I was hoping you guys would ask it so we could see who actually bid on it. Some of those organizations that you're talking about, they might have bid on it. Remember this, it's still the lowest responsive bid.
I just think we need clarity on what our role is for this.
Yeah. There's also something to be said with the fact that they have the proven track record and they have the relationships already established from having the contract prior that kind of will speed things up and be able to have them respond quickly. I'm in sales. I value relationships and it takes a long time to establish those. All right. I don't want to ignore, Dr. Hall had her hand up first and then Tracy. Karen, you want to go?
Yeah, I understand. I abstained because I'm a nonprofit, and I lead a nonprofit, so I did not want to put myself in that space where, because it's a nonprofit, I'm a nonprofit, I accept that. So I'm just clarifying my abstention.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering, so I'm glad you did clarify. Trace?
Yeah, to Chuck's point, this was a very contentious discussion in city council. That was why I brought it up. And I was hoping commissioners were going to ask other questions about that with regard to why they didn't, why they only came down to one organization that's getting this money. And then I sit on the PDP board, so I knew that they were Reach. They didn't give a good explanation as to who they were, what their background was. Lay it out for us. But it was very contentious, and my question was very pointed. If they don't get this money, if we don't approve it, is this going to continue?
Right.
Because there's all this talk. Hold on one second. There's all this talk about violence in the city. Okay, but statistics show that it has been reduced.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not going to do this, then what's going to happen? And then where's that money going to go? Is the other question. If it doesn't go to them. What is City Hall going to do with it? What is City Council going to do with it? They should have given that. And to Chuck's point, I don't feel like it should have come here.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have come before us.
Agreed.
It should not have come before
Agreed.
us. But if you're going to bring it before us, tell us the whole story. And they didn't. Tell us the whole story as to why it's here. Tell us why certain council people were rejecting plans that were down there and why there were so many community organizations fighting for that money to continue some of the work. You guys should read about it. It was not a good situation at all for the city or for organizations that do this work.
Well, after this year.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Karen.
Okay, thank you. After this year, the Stop the Violence money will be no longer. It's going to go to RFP. So after this year, all these organizations, including all of them, if you want to bid on that money, you're going to have to complete an RFP. Because obviously, through all the conversation I've heard, City Council, the city, they have plans for that Stop the Violence money. And that's one reason why it's no longer just going to be a grant. It has to be just to add to some of the story.
To follow up with both what Dr. Hall and Commissioner Lewis said, if you watch the council meeting, which I'm required to do, this contract was very, very contentious. Not a little bit, right? There were groups there fighting over this money, and you're absolutely right. Where does this money go to if it doesn't go to the violence, right? Another thing was, what I had a problem with public safety is they knew this contract was coming to an end in 2025, right? They waited, in my opinion, this should have came to us in October. So we knew when that contract ended and this one started. Nobody knew that we were going to give it back to Reach until after, they got the money for it. I mean, after they selected them. That is a thing that I have with a lot of professional services contracts. They wait till they're almost done before they RFP them again. That said, I wanted to make sure our department and the EORC had a chance.
Sarah's hand is up. Excuse me. Sarah has her hand up.
Yeah.
Angela had her hand up first.
Mine is administrative, so I guess I can wait. I was really bothered by, if I hadn't asked the question about how many years and what the full amount was, then we would have been voting on something that we had.
Wait a minute, back that up.
Okay.
Back that up.
I didn't even finish.
Wait a minute. Let me say something, please. Please let me say something. I transfer the information they give to me to you. If they change that over the last month, they have to send me the information.
But you didn't have it and give it to us.
No, I gave you what they gave me. I did not know. Wait a minute, please.
I'm not saying it's your fault, Chuck.
But I'm just saying what needs to be done. I did not know. When they first gave me this, it was 3 years, $3 million.
Okay.
Okay. When they changed it to 2 years, $6 million, I did not get that information. It is not on OpenGov, where I get most of my information from. Charles Showers, I'll talk to him after this meeting, should have updated it and opened up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I was just mentioning.
Oh, it was terrible.
Right. And I also want to have another little thing here. Somebody said that they didn't get certain information. Please, and I ask you guys every time I say you something, if there's any questions or you didn't get any information, please let me know.
Chuck, it was me. So please.
I'll make sure you get it. Please
Chuck,
let me know.
it was me. Please address me directly. If you.
Well, I don't know who actually said it. I'm sorry. But if you need any information that you don't receive, please let me know and I'll get it to you.
Chuck, I don't know what's going on. You're cutting me off. You're not letting me finish. And it was neither items that I said regarding not getting the information and an administrative concern to me was not a reflection of you. They showed, UPASNA was showing a financial report. How can you ask for something that you don't know exists, right? I didn't know. So
I sent it. I don't know. Like I said,
Stop cutting her off, or I'm going to start cutting you off.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I don't know. Maybe that financial document that UPASNA, the budget, literally, it was a budget that UPASNA showed was in the packet. I absolutely said I didn't see it. Now maybe it was there, but I didn't see it. So since you're bringing it back up, was that financial budget that was presented today for item 3 provided to us? Yes or no?
I send the package with everything to everybody. Now, I was going to mention this before I got cut off. We've been having computer problems down here for the last week. Our Outlook has been up and down. I did send the information like I do to you guys every Friday. If you did not get it, I am sorry. But like I said, we've been having problems with our Outlook. We've been having problems today with Outlook. If you didn't get it, I apologize. But yes, I did send it.
Okay. All right, Sarah.
I just sort of try to, circle back to my original concern, which was I think our role for me was super confusing because there was, again, this great discussion about the program, but I don't know that that's our role.
Yeah.
And so like if this ever happens again, like I would like more clarity on what our role is. Like we never evaluate construction projects or something, right? So, but it sounds like there was some hidden expectation that we're evaluating the $6 million project. And I mean, we don't have the information to do that. We don't have the background, right? So that's frustrating and confusing. And I'm not surprised we're all here really questioning what just happened.
Just discussing it at this point.
Okay. And here it is, Commissioner Siegel. In my opinion, you'll never see one of these again.
Good.
Because I've never seen one up until now. Mm-hmm. And I've been doing this, 8-10 years?
Well, but any nonprofit, I mean, I would say any nonprofit that comes before us.
But guess what? I'll bet you can't tell me how many nonprofits came before you. Because
I don't remember seeing any.
No, because they don't. They
get
waivers.
All right. So whatever, but I'm expressing my concern and I'm trying to be positive by saying if it happens again, I don't, because there's nothing we can do about what just happened.
Right. If this is what I would like to do, guys. When there's something in city council that reaches a threshold of the millions, and it's a professional services contract, and there's a contention in council about it, I don't want my office just to give it a waiver without you guys' input on it.
Well, but that's what we're trying to tell you. We don't want it. If it's not in our purview and what what's required of us, we're volunteers. If it's not what's required of us to vote on and pass, then don't bring it up to us, because now that can fall on us. They're city council. If this is contentious, they're going to say, well, the EORC passed it. They're on board, and we don't want that.
City council already passed it.
Okay.
But it was a contentious meeting.
I'm going to tell you what, I'm at my limit with this discussion. I don't know if anybody else agrees.
Okay. All right.
We have other stuff that we want to that I want to talk about.
You may be up to your limit, but if other people have something they
No,
want to
I
get off
know.
their
That's why
chest,
I'm
they
opening it
can.
up, Karen.
So I'm going to say that, Chuck, obviously you see that this didn't go well for the commissioners. The commissioners felt that we should have asked other questions that we didn't get asked, but it passed. So as has already been stated, don't, as you mentioned as well, we won't do this again. That's all I got.
All right. Anybody else? All right. Chuck and I talked about having the new mayor, Mayor O'Connor, attend one of the meetings. And if we can get him either for February's meeting or March's meeting, it has to be pushed to March, we'll get it confirmed. And then we would, kind of encourage people to show up in person for that meeting. Chuck, you want to talk on that a little bit?
Yes, next meeting, I hope to have the new mayor's policy and one of his assistant chiefs to just join the meeting, to listen in on the meeting. Glad they didn't come to listen in on the meeting. We're trying to shoot for the mayor to come to the March meeting, to give us, his vision of what the ERC wants to go through in the future of the ERC. So I invited them both to the February and the March meeting. It looks like we're going to try to get the mayor to the March meeting in person to meet with you guys. What else? Also, I wanted to let you guys know that the big event that Juan Garrett gives is going to be on March 6th over at the casino. That's the other commission I sit on with Juan. He wanted me to let you guys know that you're invited to that. March 6th is over the casino.
Are you going to send us particulars on that, please?
I will send the invite out.
Thank you.
The city of Pittsburgh, me, Opazna, and Daniel will be there tabling. So will all the other agencies with their procurement stuff. So that's that. There was something else I wanted to discuss with you guys, but it's slipping my mind right now. So yeah, that's the two things that I had to let you know. I did meet with the mayor's folks, and as of right now, they're in our corner as far as I know.
Good.
And they want to definitely meet you guys. So I'm hoping for the March meeting.
Did you, this might be a redundant question, I'm sure you did, but did you give him all the statistics of the past, 3 years or whatever of all how much money we've given to contracts for minority and women-owned and disadvantaged businesses?
Yes, we talked about our numbers. I talked about our numbers with them, and they're very impressed with our numbers because our numbers are a little bit better than everybody else's numbers.
Yeah.
So yes, we talked about that. Right now I'm ending up my yearly report. So I'll give them my yearly report probably this time next week. Right now we're doing great, and we're right around at 18% with MBE. WBEs are killing them. We're about up at 11-12%. So we're way over the 7% on WBEs. The veterans are about 4%, so we're a little bit under there. And the LGT businesses are just starting. So, but we do have a few on our contracts, which is great. And Three Rivers Business Alliance has been sending me updates on new certifications, local certifications for that category.
Okay. What about interns? Do we have any interns?
No,
I haven't heard much about interns.
I don't get any interns. I don't know who else gets them. We don't get them.
Oh.
I don't get any interns. I have asked for another person, but no interns. Oh, and I did speak with the mayor's people about the other agencies coming back. That was one of our conversations, and they are going to try to get the other agencies to come back.
Good.
Okay, so that was one of our discussions. Because we haven't seen housing authority in 6 months, and that bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, why?
I'm not sure, but as you guys know, Oliver is down there now as the executive. So I'm gonna reach out to Oliver and see why we haven't seen any housing authorities. Now, coming up in the next, I'm guessing probably in March, we'll start to see the SEA stuff, because they're getting ready for the draft. So we'll start to see them. I know they're doing they're updating their garage over on the north side, and they're doing some other things on the north side. And they're building which I just found out this yesterday, they're building a brand new ballroom in the convention center.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's all SEA stuff. They'll be coming back.
Chuck, I'm sorry, Chuck, just for clarification for newer members, can you tell them who Oliver is and what his connection is with the EORC? They don't know him.
Okay, Oliver Beasley used to work here, guys. Oliver used to present like I'm doing right now. He worked here for at least 3-4 years. He went to the Allegheny Conference. Now he's back as one of the executives down at the Housing Authority. He's a really good friend of mine. And we'll start talking about why the housing authority's not been coming back to us lately. So I'll be speaking with him probably next week.
Okay.
Okay, so we will be, I'm almost 99% sure that they'll be coming back. The housing authority with their projects. And Chris Holton parking. Chris is getting ready to update one of the garages by the Smithfield Street garage. So we'll be seeing something from him too, coming back pretty soon.
Great.
And Majestic is down at the URA now. Majestic Lane used to be the chief of staff for Mayor Peduto. He's down at the URA now. He's one of their executive board members. So I'm gonna speak to him too, because I know the URA has a couple big projects coming up that we would like to be part of.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have anything else? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
All right. Second.
Second.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.